Welcome back to the Dave Stevens Show here on Radio Row, and I'm so excited for our next segment because we got a big thing going on this weekend, and I've got two stars of this weekend. I've got the legendary Kyle Rudolph, former Minnesota Vikings, so I'm really happy to have you here, and legendary chef extraordinaire Andrew Zimmern. How many Super Bowls is this for you, my friend?
26, 27, something like that. Yeah, it's monstrous. Kyle and I are both friends with a gentleman back in Minnesota, Wayne Kostrowski, who started Taste of the NFL, and I got roped into his universe pretty early on after moving to Minnesota, and it's been an incredible ride. It's an insane privilege to come here every year. And the fact that Kyle and I get to do it, I'm sure he would have loved to have been here as a player and be in this game. But it's great to be able to come here and make a difference for so many kids over so many years.
Now, I didn't get the memo about wearing Redskin colors today, so I feel a little left out. But
Ouch.
Kyle, what got you involved in this amazing thing? I mean, we are talking about how important it is for these kids to have healthy, nutritional food in schools. Mm-hmm. And also, this event is one of those rare ones where everything that is going to be donated goes to the cause.
Yeah, so for me, I got involved with Taste of the NFL back when I was playing early in my career. And then the more I started to learn about Gen Youth, which is now the beneficiary of Taste of the NFL, and all of their incredible programs and things that, quite honestly, as someone that just grew up in this country, never really worried about if I was going to have breakfast before I went to school, lunch at school, dinner when I got home, started to understand the numbers and how many kids that's not the case for. So understanding what Taste of the NFL does and the impact that it makes. So I also serve on the board at Gen Youth, and it's an incredible event. I get to walk around and eat unbelievable food from incredible chefs like Andrew. It's one of my favorite events of the week here at Super Bowl week. And most importantly, it does a lot of good, and it makes a huge difference in this community and the other 31 NFL club markets as well.
Now, I understand you're working on something very special for this Super Bowl.
The Cioppino. I'm in San Francisco. I try when I'm doing a dish for Taste of the NFL to salute the host city and also choose something that nobody can believe that I can pull off. So far, we haven't had a dud. I'm hoping that this year works out too. But doing Cioppino, the classic seafood soup of San Francisco, in San Francisco at scale is the kind of challenge that I like. I thought you meant walking around with Kyle, and I was going to say, I know, but well, I think that was a funny joke.
Well, it is a funny joke. I think Kyle was thinking you were going to come up with rice-a-roni or something like that. That is a San Francisco treat, right?
You want to know something? Some of the chefs and I were talking to each other, and we're all like, oh, we missed that one, because I would have loved to do like rice-a-roni from scratch and add some things into it and actually, a nod to rice-a-roni. And then I found out that the company that makes it is actually going to do something like that as an installation, a sponsor installation at the event. I will tell you this. If you are out there and you're like, well, I'm not going to get to San Francisco, right? Go to genyouthnow.org, spread the word, copy the URL, tell everyone in your, on your email list all about this organization, about the need for feeding kids in schools. Second thing, if you're going to be in LA next year, buy your tickets. When this one's over, you can go sign up, put your name on the list. By all means, go to tasteofthenfl.com, see what it's all about, because we're going to do it in LA, and every year it keeps getting bigger and better. The other thing that I would say that I think is really, really, really important, Gen Youth Now, and why I'm so proud to align myself with it, and I'm sure it's why Kyle is so proud to have his name associated with it, he's on the board of directors, is they're targeting a very small, relatively small group. Like, people are saying, wow, hunger's a global problem. Why shouldn't we be spreading that? What are you going to do? Give a half a cent to everywhere in the world? I think what's vitally important as someone who's involved in hunger relief causes, both big and small, is we need to support organizations like Gen Youth that are feeding kids in schools and putting in exercise programs and equipment and doing all kinds of other programmatic stuff to improve the outcomes for kids. We also need to make sure to be helping like the really big, UN World Food Program, right? The largest global humanitarian organization on earth. The more that we can address hunger issues everywhere, the better. I like what Gen Youth is doing right now because they're solving a problem. They're doing it tactically, and they're doing it the smart way.
So This thing is a big thing. I know Anne Marie said the tickets were just about gone. I mean, that's a big thing. You've been a part of this for a while as a player. What do you look forward to at these events?
Tasting their dishes. I'm a foodie. I love to eat good food, and we're so fortunate to have chefs like Andrew, Mark Bucher, Carla Hall, just unbelievable chefs that are so kind and generous and donate their time and come make incredible meals. And I mean, you can't beat it. You walk around for 4 hours, taste unbelievable food, and oh, by the way, you're making a difference, not in just this community, but a bunch of other communities as well.
By the way, also, because I know you like a nice glass of wine, 75 different wineries from all over Northern California, 20 different spirits companies, 100 players, Hall of Famers, legends, all walking around, celebrities of all types. It really is an incredible party. And so to be able, Wayne used to call it the party with a purpose. And I just love that idea. We can have a good time and celebrate and give back at the same time.
All right, again, it's Saturday from 4 to 7 at the Hibernia in San Francisco. And again, you've also got NFL stars like Bryant Young and Mark Mighty Mouse McMillan, who's pulling double duty. There's a lot of guys out there that think they're chefs, but I guess he's pretty serious about it.
I'm not. I know my role when I go there. Hang out, shake hands, and eat a lot of really good food. You won't see me cooking anything.
Oh, you could do peanut butter and jelly with a crust cut off or something like that, right?
Yeah, I am so bad we would just go get Uncrustables. Like, I can't even do that.
Put them on a stick, freeze them, you've invented something. So, Andrew, when we're done with this event, what do you look for next year? Are you guys immediately figuring out who we're going to get and how we're going to get them there?
We actually started about 3.5 months ago. LA's it's a big event. It's a big city, and the goal, directions from the board and from Anne Marie, who's in charge of this motley crew, was how do we make every year bigger and better, raise more money, help more kids. We don't spend money on infrastructure at Gen. Another thing I admire about it, the vast majority of the dollars go where they should go. And so we already started, we've been having Zooms with chefs in LA because we know what happens when we get there too late. Their time is already taken up. Their Saturday afternoon's already booked. So one of the things that I've been working on with the team at the corporate office is getting chefs signed up now, getting our lead chef ambassador who's going to put her name atop the whole thing. Can't talk about it now, but we think we have the most important person in food, in my opinion, Mount Rushmore level human being, going to be our LA ambassador for the whole weekend.
Not Ronald McDonald, right?
No, sir.
Okay.
And so I'm really excited about this. You got to start early. So the work actually began about 3.5 months ago.
So you've been away from the game for a while. Do you miss it?
There's always things you'll miss about the game, but there's also a whole lot of stuff that I don't miss and things that I get to enjoy now that I wasn't able to enjoy when I was playing.
Yeah, you're probably not eating the same things, right?
A lot less. Eating a lot less than I did when I played, which is why I'm about 50 pounds lighter than when I was lining up next to the tackles in Minnesota.
All right, you got any skin in the game? Do you care? Is there anything or could you make a Seahawk dish or something like that? Are you thinking about that?
Well, I mean, obviously, because one of the things that runs through your mind as a chef at these events, well, I'm going to do something that's a little bit New England, a little bit Seattle. I think Drake May's great. I think what Vrabel is building there is unbelievable. They're going to have opportunities to take another run at this. I don't have a team in this game, right? The two teams that I would love to see playing in the NFC Championship game, their season ended a while ago. I'm rooting for Sam Darnold. I think it's such an amazing story, and you gotta love. I mean, everyone talks about Vrabel and the culture he's building there. I got to tell you, what they're doing in Seattle right now is unbelievable. And because they're in the Pacific Northwest, it's not getting all that pub, but it's just as amazing. They're going to be around for a long time, too.
Kyle, as a Viking fan, I got to root for that mistake of Sam Darnold. I mean, I just, like he just said, a great story, and he might have led the purple team to the Super Bowl. You never know. But you got any stakes in this one?
No, I think as a former player, the coolest part about watching the games and rooting and having interest are guys you played with. Obviously, two guys in New England I played with for a long time, Garrett Bradbury and Stephon Diggs. So that's about as far as my rooting interest goes. Obviously, you love to see Sam Darnold, the story there. DeMarcus Lawrence, a guy that comes over from Dallas after years of making the playoffs but never being able to get through. 1 year in Seattle in the Super Bowl. So for me, it's always kind of about the players and those storylines. So love what Vrabel's doing. Agree on Drake May, but I want to see it for New England because of Stephon and Garrett.
All right, that's the Taste of the NFL coming up this weekend, presented by PepsiCo. It is taking place 4 to 7 p.m. Go online to the website. There might be a couple of tickets, or there might be scalpers out there. You never know that desperately want to get in.
Kyle Rudolph.
There you
They'll
go.
let you right in.
That reminds me of when you were on SportsCenter. When you were on SportsCenter, Chris Berman would say things like Rudolph, the end zone, reindeer, something like that. Do you remember those kind of things?
Absolutely. I used to love it. I was telling you before we hopped on, we played around Christmas time a lot in my career, and there was nothing better than hearing Boomer's calls on our games around Christmas time.
All right, gentlemen, thank you. It is always special to have you here with me. I look forward to it. I have one last question. I know I said one, but what is San Francisco known for? I mean, we know Chicago is pizza, we know, but San Francisco is such a hodgepodge of diversity. What is the big thing?
Well, I think their Chinese food is incomparable. What's going on right now, especially with modernist Chinese, modernist Japanese, and Vietnamese cuisine in this town is absolutely incredible. What Brandon Jew is doing, if you had to pick someone in that lane, Corey Lee, some really famous chefs who are transforming food from a modernist standpoint with deep cultural ties to their genealogical homelands. The one place that I go, if I'm here for 4 hours, airport layover, cab, Swan's Oyster Depot, back to the airport. The seafood in this town, you are in a very special part of the place when it comes to seafood, and I think Swan's Oyster Depot is arguably one of the most special restaurants in America and easily in my top 20, top 25 favorite places to eat on earth.
All right, that'll do it. These guys will head back. Don't forget, go to thetasteofthenfl.com and see if there are tickets. If they are, it's such a great cause. Gentlemen, thank you for being here. You guys heading out to the streets of San Francisco.
Yes, we are.
Absolutely. A Quinn Martin production for all you old timers. So,
I get it.
All right. Thanks for being here, guys. Taste of the NFL. Don't forget it. Jen, what you guys do for the kids is amazing. And we had Amory here yesterday, talking about it. So get out there, go to the website, try to find the tickets. Maybe the scalpers are out there. So, gentlemen, thank you guys so much. This is the Dave Stevens Show, Radio Row, Super Bowl 60. Now I'm hungry. You guys never bring samples. You never bring samples.
You gotta come, you gotta show up.
All right, stay with us.
Serendipity Yacht Cruises and Events wants you to come party with us. We're bringing the fun to the Houston Bay Area. Stay tuned for all of our incredible events throughout the year, featuring amazing food and drinks, live entertainment, special guests, and so much more. Fun, new, different. Serendipity Yacht Cruises and Events is where you want to be. So come party with us. It's more than a yacht. It's serendipity.
Hi again, everybody. Dave Stevens here for iTattoo. You know, as Christopher Martin and I have traveled across the country, we've been talking to baseball players who have body art. Now, people think that body art can be shameful, but these guys have some amazing stories, some beautiful art designs on their arms, and we had a chance to talk to a few of them at the Baseball All-Star Game in Atlanta this year. Javi, you've got some great body art. Just tell me a little bit about what's behind some of these on your arm.
A lot of pain, honestly. I'll start here. This is just like for my friend group. All of us have one, or all of us. Some of them are still trying to get it. This is one of my other favorite ones. It's just, two hands represent me and my brother.
It's for my family. Kind of goes my dad, mom, brother, and then my younger brothers. Against all odds, got this after I got drafted.
Talk about showcasing. You have got some great art on your arms, and I just wanted to know what those stories might be behind this side. This side, we got an awesome-looking owl over here and some great.
Love the outdoors, so got a big outdoor sleeve. A couple tattoos my dad has that I just recreated.
So there you have it, some of the stories behind the body art from these Major League Baseball players and the future stars. So for more information about iTattoo, please check us out at our website or reach out to Nathan and Christopher.